Hi everyone, welcome to Colouring with Kay and thank you for joining me today. So in this video I'm going to share a review and a look at these professional art markers, alcohol markers by Sanjoki. So they contacted me and asked if I would be happy to receive their markers, try them out, and if I liked them to share them on the channel. And it was completely up to me, and I thought, well, I'm getting into alcohol markers and I'm using them more and more and I'm really enjoying them, so why not? So this is the big huge box they come in. So I think they come in a pack of 80 and 120, so this is the 120 pack. So this is the front of it. It's a brush and chisel, as you can see here. It says easy blending, non-toxic, and then some information on the sides. That's the back of the box, and we've got the 1mm. I think that refers to, I think it means, hang on a minute, it might mean, yeah, you can get a maximum of 6mm width, and smallest width line you could get is 1mm. And then we've got some information here, so product description. And yeah, so let's have a look at these. I'm just going to do an unboxing first. So I'd like to say thank you very much to Sanjoki for sending me these markers, for asking if I would like to try them out. So this is a lovely grey case, so they come in their own case. Heavy, so there we go. And yep, so this is the gorgeous grey case with a carry handle here as well, which is really good, and then a clip opener here, and then a metal clip opener, and then Sanjoki art markers colour the life, that might be their logo. And then we've got these bits at the side where you can detach it. It's got quite tough and strong velcro, and there's a velcro piece at the back here, which I think is there so that you can sort of prop the markers up while you're using them. So open the little clip. Sorry for the noise there, but, and then these are the markers. They seem to come into 3 little boxes here, like that. And what do we have? Oh, we have got a carry handle as well. And then we've got a few bits and pieces here. So we've got the plastic, move this out of the way, we've got the plastic sheet that you can place behind the page that you're working on. Or you can just put paper, which is what I usually do. And then these, this is the colour chart. So I will be showing you a little bit of a swatch, sped up, I guess, on this video. And then we also get a little A5 120 GSM. It says marker book, so that's quite interesting to try out our, maybe try a little bit of blending on there, because that is, I think obviously alcohol markers will work much better on marker paper, or even the Nina cardstock I found markers blend really well on. So that's that one. And then I'm not sure what this is. It says trademark paper. Open it up, and they do look like little stickers. So I guess you can put those on the markers, I'm thinking, but they do have numbers on, so they are identifiable on both ends. So both caps at either end have the numbers on, so that's really good. But this might be, I suppose, you could write the names on maybe. So names are on here, and then you could, I guess, write the names on, and then put it on the barrel of the pen, so you do get a few. So I think 3, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. So 22 times 4, 5, 6. Do you know what? I am not going to stress about thinking. Yeah, 132. So you've got 132 there, and we get 120 markers. So yeah, I think they are labels that you can use, which is really good. So, you know, you can actually have the name can write your the names on and then put them on the barrel of the pen. So let's just have a little opening up of this and check it out. I like that they've got these, that they're actually in this container. This to sort of keep them in place like that. And there we go. And they sit quite well in here, I have to say. They've got the individual slot, which is something I really, really like. You know, so they don't move about. So that's brilliant. I really like that. Their own individual slots. They're quite, you know, sturdy in there. It's quite a sturdy little container. And then we'll just have a look at one of the markers. So, yeah, they remind me of a certain brand, but yeah, the feel of it. So yeah, they're lovely. Sanjoki, so you've got Sanjoki art marker, gel tips, and then we've got a little grey line here to tell you that it's the brush marker. Lovely brush. And then on this side we have the chisel. So you could put the name here, I suppose, and you've got the number on the cap there. So yeah, we're going to swatch these out. I think I'm going to swatch a few of them out and maybe do a little bit of a voiceover, but maybe not all 120 because that might take too long, because I want to actually use these in a colouring book and possibly on some Nina cardstock or some marker paper as well. So see you in a bit. Okay, so guys, before I swatched, actually, what I did is look through the leaflet and noticed that there were some facts, and there's some really good customer service as well, because they said to contact them if you find any dry markers in your pack, then you should contact the company and they will replace them. And things like if your pen leaked as well, they'll send you replacements. If you're missing a colour, they will send you obviously the replacement and things like that. So they have got means by which you can contact them, and that indicates to me that this company provides good customer service, which is really, really important. So before I started swatching, I noticed that the markers were not in numerical order, which wasn't a problem because I was going to swatch them anyway. So I've started to swatch them and put the markers into an order. I was really enjoying swatching them because the ink flowed very smoothly, and you know, the brush tip was really nice and flexible as well, so I used the brush tip to swatch. So the chisel tip is about 6mm wide, and the brush tip, being more flexible, will allow you to get a thinner line of 1mm and a widest line of 6mm, depending on the pressure that you exert onto it. I haven't obviously tried blending yet, which we'll do in a colouring book, but I was really pleased with how the ink laid down. The actual pen the barrel is very nice to hold. It's really a really lovely ergonomic and comfortable design. And like I said before, when we looked at the markers, they do have the colour name, the colour code on the ends, as do most alcohol markers. What else can I tell you about them? The leaflet does have a colour swatch, but I always recommend doing your own colour swatch, because it does say, of course, depending on the paper, there might be slight differences in colour. But so far I am very, very pleased with these alcohol markers. Obviously, as I use them more in colouring books or on paper, I will find out what they are like more and will share those details with you. So in the next clip, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the colour range and what I think of the colour range. I do really like the box that they come in, the case, should I say, because not only is it a travelling case, but it's got that design where you can lean the whole case on the desk so that you know, you can easily take them out of the case and put them back and choose your colours. So I think that is a really good positive. These markers at the moment on UK Amazon have got a £3 voucher as well, so that's about 5% off. So I think you know, that's a little discount if you are interested. They are a very good price for the quality of markers, and I'm only going according to first impressions. I think they are quality markers, and with the combined good customer service, I think they're a good bet if you are in the market for alcohol markers. So let's go to the next clip now. Right guys, so this is the completed swatch. I just like to say that I really like the logo here. The S here is shaped with a little koi fish here, and this little design at the bottom that makes it look like an S. I think that's really quite cool. So let's have a look at the colour selection. So we've got Colour Splendor, we've got a dark red there, red wine, and then you can see that there's a little skip in numbers in certain places, like 18 to 21, so there could be some colours fit in there. 25 to 27, so there are some gaps in certain places. This one obviously not a gap between 41 and 42. So we've got a series of reds here and lots of nice pinks. I have to say these reds are like 11 and 12 are a little bit, 11, 12 and 13 are a little bit similar. There's very, very subtle sort of difference in shade, but I would have liked some more sort of obvious differences in reds, because I think these are a little bit similar, but you have got some pinkish reds there, a vivid red there, which I think is a little bit different to these, and then we've got more of an orangey reds here. So yeah, that's the first thing. I like these excuse me, this ochre colour here, which is a dark yellow. Like the yellows, I think there's some good variation there. I really like the greens, I think there's good variation there, and I love these turquoise sort of pastel-y, few little pastel-y colours here, pastel shades. The blues, I think we could do with a little bit more, few more blues, I think. I suppose your blues can start around here because it's like bluey greens, don't we? We have bluey greens there. And then the more blues. I do think it's okay though for a 120 set. And then I like the selection of purples, although I would like a darker purple than say this one. This is more of a bluey purple. This is more of a pinkish purple or reddish purple. So I like the fact that you've got both sorts in there, you know, on the blue side and the purpley side of, sorry, the pinky side of purple. I like the browns, and we've got quite a dark brown there, so that's really nice. So chestnut and some light browns here, which is really good. So I like the selection of browns. And then we've got a few fluorescent sort of colours here, which I know some people don't care for, but I actually really like them and use them. We've got a few little skin colours here, but of course it's a little bit limited. And then we've got a nice selection of greys. I do really like the greys, and I do like the bluey greys and the green greys there that are included. So all in all, I think it's a nice selection of colours. The only thing that stands out to me is I would have liked more variety in the reds, and maybe, I mean, I don't really colour people, but for others I would say that a greater selection of skin tones maybe. And also, it would be nice if they could expand on this 120 set, because I think there is definitely room to expand this set. You know, you can get maybe more pastel colours as well, or pastel sets, for example. So yeah, that's that. Now I want to just try the markers out, so let me pick them up again. They're right over on the floor. So I'm just going to try some general blending. Excuse the Velcro noise. So let's just put this at the side here, and I'm just can you see this? As far as possible. So this is the case lid, and then you just sort of fold it over so that it fits. Can you see that? So that it fits the Velcro at the back, and then we can put our markers like that, which is really good. And I just put them at the side of me so they're easier to pick out. And let's have a little try, shall we? So I don't know if this is gonna bleed through on this. It is marker paper, so I'm just going to put a piece of paper behind it. So I'm trying it out in the Sanjoki marker book that comes with the actual markers themselves, because you get that, and you also get the little I suppose you could put that at the back, couldn't we? So we could put that at the back, and then some labels to maybe put the names on, which I think is quite a nice touch actually. So I might do that at some point. So let's see if we can, what it's like blending on alcohol markers. I would expect it to be quite good. So shall we look at Old Red? It's quite pinkish actually. Let's go for a proper red. Let's go for 10, going into maybe the rose pink, and then maybe a lighter pink. Should we go with fruit pink, 28? And because I've put them in number excuse me, number order, because I put them in number order, they're easier to find as well, because I find that currently I find it quite difficult to find my other alcohol markers when they're in the you know, the black bags. So at some point I do want to purchase a marker tray for them. So there we go, thread. I'm just overlapping. So I would expect it to blend fairly well with well, on marker paper, because it's marker paper, and you know, this might be a touch too light, so let's take this colour a bit here, put a little bit more in so the blend is better. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's quite good. Okay, should we try another colour? Pop these back. 10. Oops. That there, and okay. So let's try. How about 43, 47. Maybe a lighter version of that. 58, which gives it a little bit of variety. So we'll see how these fare. I've got a weird throat today, so excuse that, please. Of course, you only find out what markers are like after extensive use. These are pretty much first impressions when we review. I think that's quite nice. I think that works. Although the blend here could be a little bit better for this one. So go back with a little bit more green. And then my final colour. Right, so they blend really nicely. They're nice and juicy on this alcohol marker paper. You can see obviously it does come through. So that's that. I'm not sure what kind of marker paper this is, whether it is alcohol marker paper, because although it is smooth, there's some marker paper where it doesn't come through the paper. So I am not sure. So now what we're going to do is colour in, or try them out in this Cozy Cuties book. Now I might actually start here, because I think that was quite cute, isn't it? That's really cute. So shall we start? I mean, I could even do this one, couldn't I? Now, this is better paper than Amazon printed paper because it's the Penguin publisher, just to let you know. So I'll just put these pens back. Very easy to put the pens back with this little setup. So I think we'll go with this one and see what they are like. So let's choose like an orangey brown for this, his little house roof. So we could go with dark yellow, so 31. So when I'm doing, I mean, I'm a novice at alcohol marker usage, and I'm hoping to get better, as I have with pencils, so I've got hope. And the more I practice, I think the better I'll get. So dark yellow, and then let's go with something that is a bit more quite orangey. So maybe I won't go with dark yellow actually. So I'm looking at the colours and I'm thinking something starting off a little bit more orangey. What about marigold? Yes, let's go with marigold. Rose beige, which is 97. I usually aim to look for 3 markers for a particular blend depending on the size, and then maybe mahogany 96. So that's my colours, and of course we've got the little grey tip there which tells us that that's the brush tip, which is the one that I will be using. I mean, ideally I think it would be nice to have a brush and a fine tip rather than a chisel, but sometimes chisel is useful for larger areas. So it is one of those things where, you know. Right, so if I start with the dark colour, so let's start with the dark colour, which is my mahogany. Oh, it's working quite well, I have to say. Remember, this is just a practice, so I might actually start another page in here. Oh, I can't quite like that, I have to say. It's blending, I would say, better on this paper than it was on their own alcohol marker paper, which is strange, but there you go. Not that I'm complaining, because it's unlikely I'll use the alcohol marker paper for anything, probably just testing out the blends rather than doing any artwork on it. Very nice. It seems very easy to blend. You can see yourself. Now, just so that you get an idea, what I'll do is I'll get that done off camera, and then I'll come back and we'll do another little section with some other colours. Okay guys, so this is what I have managed to do, and I think it looks really good. I'm actually quite pleased with the blend. I think that's really nice, and the ink went down really easily as well. So what I'm going to do now is I've chosen some greens. So I've got 68 being my lightest colour. So I went with colours that are slightly apart, but still close enough. So 68, which is turquoise blue, 55, which is emerald, and 53, which was turquoise green. So let's start, I don't know, I just start with the darker one usually, so let's have a look at that. So what I do is I place them by the side of me, and I take all the tops off and I put them in order so I know which pen. I mean, I do make mistakes because you pick up the wrong pen. I mean, you can feather your, this is how I Oops, wrong one, see what I mean? My order was wrong there. So this is how I use my Ohuhu markers, where I sort of just use like a brush technique to blend, and it works quite well. And these are working pretty much the same as those. How I use, you know, those markers. So let's bring you in a little bit closer so you can, whoops. I just need to move these. I've got so much rubbish on my desk that everything's just falling right. That gives me a little bit more room, which is what I should have done at the start, but there you go. So let's do this one. But I'm so like happy using alcohol markers now. I never thought that, I've never been too interested in them, and you see all the stuff on Instagram and how people are so amazing with them, and you know, the effects they can do, and it just has a different look, I suppose, to pencil, doesn't it? Completely different look and a different way of working on how you would colour a page with markers compared to pencils. And I like it, and I like the fact that they are quicker to use, and you can still achieve blending, but a different way of blending. I mean, I was always, I don't know, trying to, there's two different mediums, so you approach them in different ways, I suppose. So this year I'm definitely focusing on using alcohol markers much more in my colouring, which is going quite well really. I don't know, I think these are different leaves because they all look wavy on the edges compared to these, so I think I'm going to use a different colour for them. So that's that. Just put my markers away, which doesn't take long at all. I want to put that in the right place, and that was 68. So next, what can we do? How about our little dog friend there? So he's like quite pale, isn't he? Like yellowish. So shall I use cream? I could use cream, couldn't I? That one there's my lightest colour. Let's bring you out a bit so you can actually see what I'm looking at. So I might use cream, cream yellow, so 36 and 34. 36, 34. And I want like a darker colour as well, so from there we could go to 41, couldn't we? Yeah, I might do that. So 36 cream, yeah. So I mean, I don't know, would that look alright? Having that is paler than that, isn't it? So let's see if you can do that and see where we get to. So I'm going to start with my dark colours first. 36 is my lightest, right? So I'll take all my tops off, and then let's get started. I know other people colour differently with, I mean, there's no one way, is there, that's right. There are different ways. Some people sort of start with the lightest colour, which is fine. I don't know if I should have done all of that in that same colour, because I didn't use the cream, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Of course, alcohol markers are less forgiving, aren't they, than so let's try that actually. Let's try going with the lightest colour everywhere, doing it another way. Because remember guys, I am learning with you, but I've got to say I am very pleased with these markers so far. I really like how they lay down. The price is really good for how much you get. And then now we're using the next darkest colour. I've seen people use markers like this as well. I suppose you've just got to work. And I'm using this colour to blend that in. Got to work pretty quickly. Unless it's marker paper. Let's add a bit of shading there. Bit of shading there. So this is my darkest colour. And then I'm going to go with the second lightest colour. That's not bad, is it? It's not bad at all. Make sure I've got my colours right, because don't take much for me to get confused, believe me. Now I've gone out the lines there, can you see? Because it was a little bit too sighted, I suppose. Where's my second lightest colour? Is that, oh gosh. And then let's do the cream. I guess I need to put my markers back in the same position, don't I? Right, and that's his, oh yeah, that's his little paw, isn't it? So we need to deal with that. Colour that, should I say. So lightest, oh gosh, I've got my order messed up again. Right, so light, middle, dark. Okay, so light's furthest away. So I need to just remember that I have the darkest closest to me. Now I could use the blender, because the blender lightens the colours, doesn't it? So, you know where I've gone out the lines? It doesn't really matter, because when you cover it with the other colours, it shouldn't be a problem. Just get rid of it a little bit, so that's alright. Lightens it up at least. Right, so let's do the body, his body, in a similar colour. I suppose this area might be a bit darker. And then let's get the yellow. I even had a look on the Amazon reviews for these, and there's some really good reviews, which is quite nice to see. And there were a few people that compared them to Ohuhus and said they're like an Ohuhu dupe, but at cheaper price. Do I agree with that? So far, from what I've used, I agree. They definitely remind me of the Ohuhu, but at a fraction of the cost, which is always good. I think I've coloured the entire dog, so hopefully that will be okay. And then next, what do I want to do? Oh, he's writing little love notes, I think. That's what he's doing here, which is really cute. 36 and right. I would just like more colours, so that's all I'd say. More colours, a bigger selection of alcohol marker shades, I guess. Let's colour, I don't know what else to colour. Should we colour these little flowers pink? Should we just use a few of the pinks? So let's go with 2 colours for that, because it's such a small area. So let's go with, or maybe even, yeah, let's stick with pinks actually. or Azalea 87, because I wanted quite a dark pink. And then a much lighter pink, and we'll go with the rose pink again. So let's put the dark one in first. So that's right. Now, suppose we should try these out very quickly on some actual Amazon printed paper, because this is better penguin paper, isn't it? And I quite like how it's come out on here. So yes, that is what we've got. So I'm going to choose an Amazon printed book. I'm really happy with how it worked on this paper. Obviously it does go through, so you definitely need a paper at the back there. But yeah, lovely to blend, really smooth ink flow, so really pleased with them so far. So I'm going to pick an Amazon printed book and then I'll be back to you. Okay guys, so I found Sweetheart, which is a book I have yet to colour in, and this is an Amazon printed book. There it is, and I thought we'd just do a little bit of testing on this page here. So let's have a look. I'm going to use the same, actually we're going to put a little red here. So let's see, we've got 87, which is Azalea pink. So I'm going to use Old Red, which is a bit pinkish as well. So I'm going to use those three colours to just do these love hearts and see what it's like. So lids off. So if they do come out with a pastel set or an additional set, I think I would purchase them. And the reason I'd purchase them is genuinely I do really like them. I think they are a really good price, and also as I'm getting into more in alcohol markers, I want something that's a little bit more affordable, you know, which you can just use. And I like the quality that I've seen so far. So yeah, there is more bleeding than on the other book, although remember I am blending, so you know you are going to get a little bit of that, but that's with any alcohol marker, isn't it? So but yeah, it is blending nicely. I just need to make sure that I don't go to the edge, because I'm still learning, guys. I can't wait till I'm able to do the lovely effects that other people do on Instagram. I guess I need to have a look at more tutorials on how to use alcohol markers more effectively, maybe. A bit of pink in there. That looks quite nice. Quite pleased with that. So let's do this final two. Or maybe I should do a different colour. Should I do a different colour? I don't know. Let's let's do a different colour. Let's do a different blend, because you've seen how these work. And then we'll do one final blend, and then I can sum up. So back to our colour swatch. So let's use purples, because we don't use purples and blues, have we? So should we use 82? Might work well with vivid purple. How about that? Or how about ultramarine? Well, I could have violet, vivid purple, so 85. and let's do, because that would go with that quite well, 86. And then let's also do one of these, which is more bluey, more of a blue purple, and then go into, say, Napoleon blue, or maybe even brilliant blue. So you can find colours that you can blend together, I think. This one, 70, we go with brilliant blue, I don't know. Oh yeah, brilliant blue and 76. So 74 and 76. Right, so let's get all of those like that. And let's do one heart each and see how we fare with that. Okay, so I mean, alcohol paper is very, very absorbent, and that's why you get so much bleeding through the line. It does annoy me. I have to be honest, but I think on Nina cardstock this will be better, and also I've just tested on the penguin paper and it's significantly better. You will get bleed through still when you're blending heavily like I did on the dog, but you can cover that up, and I got barely any there because I was more careful. So you do have to be careful. It's just I'm not being as careful as maybe I should be. So those are those, and then let's try this heart here, which is more of a purple and a blue blend. See, I'm not trying to go to the edge as much. It's just so absorbent, and it does make your markers run out quicker. But look at the blend. The blend is good. Definitely an excellent blend. Right, really like that. I like that blue. The one that I've just done, I think that's really pretty. So there we go, guys. A quick little trying out of these Sanjoki alcohol markers should I say, an Amazon printed book. And look, I forgot to put a paper there, and I'm just very fortunate that it didn't bleed through. So yes, that's all right. Okay, so that one, and we have this, and it's just testing, so I'm not gonna, probably won't finish that off. I'll probably just do it on an actual page, because I think I have chosen a page in here, which is this one, which I think is beautiful. So guys, the Sanjoki alcohol markers, thank you so much to Sanjoki for sending these alcohol markers to me to share on the channel. In fact, they didn't even ask for me to share on the channel. They said, tell us what you think, and if you like them, you know, whether you'd be willing to share with your viewers. And honestly, guys, I tell you my honest opinion, these markers are absolutely brilliant. I really, really like them. They come in a really nice case, a really usable case. I'm sorry, open it again to show you. Really usable, because you can have them tilted on your desk, ready to use. And you know, it's a great set for the price that they are selling them for. And yeah, I'll put a link below if you're interested. And until next time, guys, take care. Happy colouring. Bye.